What's up, everyone? This is Youngling Jr. here. So, a little bit more news of the school shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas. So, 11-year-old student, she ended up covering herself with her best friend's blood, and this was an event when the gunman was there, and then had access to these classrooms through an unlocked door. And what I understood too, well, I found out is that the police, they were there immediately. They were surrounding the building, the perimeter of the building, and that's just when the gunman was in there. And I was thinking like, okay, I guess they didn't have enough reinforcements until then they had to wait for an hour to actually engage in it. So they engaged like firing at the gunmen very quickly, but they didn't go inside until an hour later. And then that's when they discovered, the bodies in there. But I was just thinking, like, this is what the timeline a lot of people was criticizing with. Like, okay, so what's the timeline when law enforcement wasn't actively in there for a whole hour? A whole hour is completely a very long time. I mean, that could have prevented a lot of casualties, truly, in my mind. But it's really sad though too. I was listening to my wife. She sent me a TikTok video. We just watched it a minute ago. It was a father. He was in grief, and he just found out that his daughter died. She was 10 years old. She was actually awarded for being the most creative. He was sobbing, and I understand if you don't feel this pain, man. But I'm going to here and read this. So, a relative called survival mode. After seeing a classmate who was fairly shot by the gunman, she smeared the other girl's blood all over her body to make it appear that she was dead. It was horrific. By Mia Cirillo is now suffering extreme trauma after taking measures to save her life. Her aunt, Blanca Rivera, went on KPRC and explained how her niece played dead. According to Rivera, the fourth grader, she grabbed the phone of her teacher, who was also shot and killed, and she called 911. Rivera says around midnight, the day of the shooting, she got a call from Mia's mom saying her daughter was having a panic attack. The massacre was made all the worse for survivors after learning law enforcement didn't enter the building for more than an hour after the initial attack. Authorities have not given clear answers explaining the delay. That's what we want to know. The delay here. Like I said, I'm not gonna criticize them too much, but I know law enforcement, they were actually, it was I think Brian Higgins, he was the individual who was the chief police of the New Jersey police department. He's former SWAT, and he was saying that police authority are trained when it's a mass shooter or active shooter in a particular area. They are trained to engage with that shooter immediately. So authorities have not given clear answer explaining the delay because there were officers present almost immediately, but they did not enter until reinforcements came with body armor. There was a point when an 18-year-old gunman started firing shots out the window in the school. Out the window in the school, and during this delay here, you know. Um yeah, it's something to consider, man. Yeah, police apparently not fired back in an attempt to neutralize them. So man, it's really sad though. But the thing is she's okay. But man, people's calling 911 just in terror, man, and I just couldn't believe it, man. But I just want to know, what was that timeline? What was the so much of the delay? Why did it take so long for them to for reinforcements to come, for them to go ahead and engage this gunman inside the building? So this is the critical question and critical thinking that we need to understand it and see. We gotta get some answers from the public. But that's all we have to say. It's supposed to be NRA convention meeting from Greg Abbott today going on. So if that's going on, I'm probably gonna talk about that and share my thoughts. But you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Just a little information that I got until I get some more updated information. Or if you guys have any more information in here, let's engage in the comment section. I will get back with you guys. I love you. I'm out. Deuces.